What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today I figured we'd just pretty much talk about a pretty relevant and upcoming topic. I just wanted to talk about the whole situation with Yeezys and how people are just kind of saying that they're dying. I was looking at like a bunch of YouTubers and they were just saying like, are Yeezys falling off? Are Yeezys dying? And all that. And honestly, if you see the title of this video, I'm going to be explaining reasons why I think that Yeezys are not dying. And enough about that, let's get on to it. If you follow streetwear or sneakers in general, you know that this is the Yeezy V2 Cream, and this was easily the most available Yeezy. Even Kanye West tweeted that this was going to be the biggest release in Yeezy history. They were a super GR. They sat on Yeezy Supply and the Adidas website for at least a day. This sneaker literally has like zero resale value. It's sitting at retail prices pretty much on everything like Go, StockX, and all of that. Pretty much like all the V2s and Yeezys in general have dropped in resale value, and that brings me to my point number one, that the resale value does not really determine whether the sneakers are gonna die. In my opinion, like, I still like Yeezys. Personally, I don't really like to wear this. I have a rocking pair that I wore a lot and I put in like a lot of wear and tear into it, but now since like everyone's rocking them, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, but like I like to wear things that are a little different. And if it's kind of dope if you see someone rocking the same thing as you, but if you literally see like everyone and like 100 people are rocking the same thing, it's kind of like played out and a little whack to me. But yeah, the resale values dropping does not really indicate that the Yeezys are dying, in my opinion. It doesn't change the fact that the silhouette, the design, and most importantly the comfort on these are just amazing, and you really can't go wrong with this. If anything, it's better for like everyone that they can get a pair. But yeah, I like to refer these to like, or compare them to the Jordans. Jordans have been going around for like 25 years. They're just never gonna die, and Yeezys are easily the one sneaker that can compare to Jordans. Like nothing else can. Jordans is a classic, and Yeezys have been around for quite a long time, and they had their run for resale, but now that they're becoming more available, and the fact that they were able to drop like about 1 million of these and still pretty much sell out is pretty insane to me. And they still have value. Even if you like buy this, it's a pretty good investment because you can wear the heck out of this and you could still probably make like maybe half of what you paid if you really needed to sell something. So it's still not a bad investment, just that hypebeasts and resellers aren't really on it anymore. So continuing the talk about the Jordans' relation to these as like an idea, these are my only Jordans left. I actually sold all of them, but Yeezys honestly can be compared to these because the Dornbecker 3s, these are a little more like exclusive, limited, and they do have a little resale value. Like the Zebras, I know these were worth like $1,200 plus like back in the day when they first dropped, but now they're sitting at like $500, and these are pretty much at like $450 to $500. So the Yeezys still do have value even if they've dropped significantly. And then I like to consider the V2 creams like more like the GRs that's like they sold out but they don't quite have value like Black Cement 3s or the PSG 5s that recently dropped. So it's really just a matter of looking at each individual sneaker. Obviously, different products have different values, but at the end of the day, these are still really dope. Like the Jordans, you can't go wrong with them, and also with the Yeezys, I don't think you really can go wrong with them. I've really been leaning towards like Adidas and Yeezys just because like comfort is really like in, and if I can be comfortable and look fly at the same time, obviously I would love to do that. And Jordans, they are comfortable, but just not as comfortable. So another point in my reasoning why Yeezys have not died is because the Wave Runners, first of all, the fact that Kanye could bring out a dad shoe and make it super hot, this is honestly my favorite like dad type sneaker. I have Balenciaga Triple S, I have the Gucci Rhytons, and I have these, but these are hands down my favorite. I even got the a double up on the restock, and the fact that he could sell it and do a restock and sell it for $330 retail, that's a little higher than your typical sneaker. And the fact that these still do have a little resell depending on the size. The average sizes go for like maybe just a little over retail, but still that's pretty good considering that he dropped this multiple times. This sneaker is super comfortable, has boost, and is just, this is one of my favorite Yeezys ever. I've rocked these so many times. Like, these are pretty worn, but luckily I keep them in pretty good condition. I also wanted to address the turtle doves because, like, when people try to tell me that Yeezys are dead, you cannot tell me that this sneaker is not like one of the most sick sneakers. This made so much noise when it first dropped. Initially people slept on them, but like a few months later they just like were booming. Like, so many people wanted them. The resale went super high. Eventually they reached around $1,500 in value, but they have dropped now because like the Yeezy hype's dying. But the base sizes still go for a lot, and this is just like probably the sneaker that revolutionized the sneaker game as it is. It was like the transition to Adidas, the more like less exclusive vibe, because obviously the Nike Yeezys, they still go for crazy amounts. They were super limited, and obviously they're probably not going to release ever again, but these just like was a whole movement in my opinion, and this is one of the best sneakers to like ever drop. Like, these are the silhouette, the comfort, and everything about the turtle doves is just dope. Now, talking about these, the Solar Yeezy 2s, these have definitely not fallen off. Like, these still go for around $5,000 or could even be more depending on who the buyer is. If they're dead stock, brand new, this pair specifically, I'd probably say I've worn it quite a bit. It'd probably still be worth like $15,000 to $2,000, which is still really up there, really nice. And this sneaker was like the grail. It's the Yeezy, and this was like what made like the whole Kanye effect really pop. Like, everyone, all the hype beasts were on Yeezys, and the values were just insane. And it's not like how all the Adidas ones are, and like regardless of like how the Adidas Yeezys are doing, this is still a Yeezy. Like, the Blinks, the Solars, the Plats, all those are still Yeezys, and like the hype is still there on these. So anyone who's saying like the hype is not there for Yeezys and it's like dying, these are still there. They're worth more than most sneakers in reality, and it's kind of crazy that Kanye and his Yeezys is like, the facts are that they are still a hot sneaker. It's just like the value has dropped only because of like supply and demand. They're more available and accessible to people, and the fact that they are more accessible makes it like, I feel like more people are gonna want to buy it. It's just like resellers obviously are not. I know resellers and hypebeasts are a big part of the community, but the fact that they're more available, it like reaches out to the overall population, and the world's got a lot of people. I don't know if you noticed, but hypebeasts is just a small percentage of that population. So to wrap up this video, we're gonna just, the main factors and reasonings why I think Yeezys have not fallen off and Yeezys are not dead, they're still relevant, still a dope shoe even if they're dropping GRs, is because 1, the comfort, and 2, the design and silhouettes. They're still like really nice sneakers, and the comfort, you can't beat the comfort. Like, they're easily, the 350s are easily one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. And also 3, the fact that there are still Yeezys like the Nike Yeezys that still have high resale value. Like, they can compare to the Off-Whites, and if they're brand new, they're even worth more than like the Off-White Jordan 1s, which are like one of the hottest shoes today. Then lastly, 4, I know it's like contradicting, but the fact that he's approaching like a wider audience makes it so like the Yeezys are more like relevant, and like more people know about them. It's just that like the value of them dropping just because of like quantity is not enough for me to think that Yeezys have fallen off. Like, I know I said that I wouldn't wear the creams as much, but like I'd still rock my Yeezys. They're dope, and like a lot of people who aren't familiar with Yeezys or never really had Yeezys still think that they're dope. In my honest opinion, I don't think that Yeezys have fallen off. It's obviously open for debate. Everyone has their own opinions. You can leave it in the comment down below. But if you let me know what you guys think, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.